Hello, my name is Rupert Hujeff and I'm the Chairman and Chief Researcher of the Hurun Report. Now, art collecting is a trend that's been going on for years and years, and today I'm delighted to bring you the results of the 2023 Hurun Art List. Here it is on the front cover of our magazine. Now, this is a list of the most successful artists alive today in China. Now, you might ask yourself, how do you measure the success of an artist? You know, what you like may be something very different to what I like. Well, we come up with a way of ranking artists now for the 16th year. It's probably the longest ranking in China today, which is based on the sales of their works at public auction all around the world. It's as simple as that. And we only look at living artists because a lot of the potential collectors in China, they like to meet with the artists themselves, go to their workshop, and you know, sort of maybe have dinner with them and so on and so forth. So this is a list of the most successful living artists in China today. Now, as I said, this is the 16th year of the list. And this year, number one is an artist called Fan, and his work sold for just over $20 million over the last year. And he actually displaced Cui Ruzhuo, who's been the number one for the previous 7 years, I should say. And before that was Fan again. So Fan is second time back at number one. Now, the fun thing about this list is that it changes every year. We have like 20-30% of new faces each year, and completely understandable because young artists are coming up. This year, we have 23 artists under the age of 50, which is a 10-year high. 23 artists. And I know that 50, you might say, is not that, it's kind of like old, but for the artists, is pretty young. To be a sort of, to make the Hurun Art List aged under 50 is pretty impressive. This year, we also have a new record of the number of women. We have 8 women artists who made the list. Now, again, you might say to yourself, 8 out of 100, well, that's not a great percentage, but it's a lot better than we've had in the past. And overall, this year has been a pretty tough year for the art auction market. So the top 100 artists on our list this year, their total works of sales at public auction is down 46%. And one of the main reasons for that was that in China, in the second half of the year, was very disrupted by COVID. And so a lot of the autumn auction houses, or the autumn auction sales didn't take place. So that's why the sales of these living artists are probably lower than normal. To make the cut this year required a cutoff of $500,000 worth of sales around the world. And that's actually pretty low, but it's higher than 2020 and it's higher than 2021. So there's some progress nonetheless. But overall, I'm a great optimist when it comes to the art world in China. And the reason I'm an optimistic is that there are just under 1,000 known dollar billionaires in China today. And so with this amount of economic firepower, you can expect the Chinese art market to continue quite strongly. There are more dollar billionaires today in China than there are in any other country in the world, including the US. So there are more dollar billionaires in China today, for example, than the US and India, which are number 2 and 3 combined. So that just gives you a flavor as to the economic firepower around. And I'm sure that a lot of it will be translated into art. So if you're a potential collector, or if you're just interested in what's going on in China, I think this is a very good list to help start you on the road of what is going on with the world of art in China. Thank you very much. And as always, please leave us your comments and thoughts. Very appreciated, and we'll do our best to reply to them. Thank you and goodbye.